Most people think starting a company in Dominica is complicated, slow, and only meant for lawyers or offshore experts. And because of that belief, they never even try. But here's the truth no one tells you. The process is actually very structured, and once you understand the steps, you can legally register a company in Dominica much faster than you expect. But here's the real issue. Most delays don't happen because the system is difficult. They happen because people choose the wrong structure or miss simple legal steps at the beginning. So in this video, you are going to learn the complete step-by-step process to start a company in Dominica in 2026. And stay with me, because in a few minutes, I'll show you the one mistake that causes most applications to get delayed or rejected without the applicant even realizing it. Now let's start from the foundation. Before you register anything in Dominica, you need to understand the business structures available. This is where most beginners make their first mistake, and that mistake can affect taxes, banking approval, and even how your company operates internationally. In Dominica, the most common structures include sole proprietorships, domestic companies, and international business companies, often called IBCs. Each structure serves a different purpose depending on your goals. Let's simplify this. If someone like John and Rosa wants to open a small local bakery or retail shop, a sole proprietorship might be enough. It is simple, fast, and low cost. But here's the problem. There is no separation between personal and business liability. If the business gets into debt, John is personally responsible. Now, imagine someone like Alex, who wants to run an online consulting business serving clients in the US or Europe. In that case, an international business company is usually more suitable because it separates personal assets from business obligations and is designed for international operations. Now here's where it gets interesting. In a minute, I'll show you how choosing the wrong structure can quietly block your ability to open a business bank account, even if your company is fully registered. Now let's move to the first official step. Step 1 is choosing and reserving your company name. In Dominica, company registration is handled by the Companies and Intellectual Property Office. Your company name must be unique and not conflict with any existing registered business. So the process begins with a name search. You submit your proposed name, and the registry checks availability. If approved, the name is reserved for you for a limited time while you complete incorporation. Now here's a mistake many beginners make. They rush this step and choose names without thinking about long-term branding. For example, a name like Island Services Company might sound fine locally, but it can feel generic or untrustworthy when dealing with international clients or banks. And here's a retention point for you. In a few minutes, I'll show you how your company name can directly influence trust when opening a bank account or applying for payment processors. Now once your name is reserved, you move to incorporation. This is the stage where your business becomes a legal entity. To incorporate a company in Dominica, you need to prepare official documents. These typically include articles of incorporation, details of directors and shareholders, a registered office address, and your share structure. Let's break that down clearly. Your articles of incorporation define how your company operates. It includes your business purpose, structure, and basic governance rules. Your directors are the people responsible for managing the company. In many small businesses, this is just the founder. Your shareholders are the owners of the company. If you own everything, you are the sole shareholder. Your registered office is the official legal address in Dominica, where government communication is sent. Now here's where most people struggle. They think incorporation requires heavy legal drafting or expensive legal services. But in reality, most company formations follow standard templates. The real challenge is accuracy, not complexity. But here's the catch. Even small errors like name mismatches, missing passport details, or incorrect addresses can delay approval significantly. And this is where many applicants lose time without understanding why. The system is not difficult. It is detail sensitive. No. Now, let's move forward. In Dominica, many international business companies require a registered agent. This is a licensed professional or firm that acts as an intermediary between you and the government. They handle submissions, ensure compliance, and communicate with the registry on your behalf. Now here's where it gets interesting. Many people try to reduce costs by choosing the cheapest registered agent they can find online. But this often leads to delays, incomplete filings, or compliance issues that slow the entire process. So choosing the right agent is not optional. It directly affects your approval speed and long-term compliance. Now, once your documents are prepared and submitted, the registry reviews your application. If everything is correct, your company is approved, and you receive your certificate of incorporation. This is the official document confirming your company legally exists in Dominica. Now, pause here for a second, because this is important. At this point, many people believe they are ready to operate immediately. But they are missing several critical steps required for full business functionality, especially for banking and tax compliance. And in a moment, I'll show you what happens if you try to open a bank account without completing these steps properly. Now, let's talk about taxation. Dominica is known for offering favorable tax treatment for international business companies, depending on how they operate. In many cases, IBCs that do not conduct local business may benefit from reduced or simplified tax obligations. But here's the important part. This does not mean zero responsibility everywhere. If your company earns income internationally, you may still have tax obligations in other countries, depending on where your clients are located or where you are considered tax resident. So you cannot assume offshore registration removes all tax obligations. It simply changes the structure of how taxes apply. Now here's a curiosity loop. In a few minutes, I'll show you how tax residency rules can still affect your company, even if it is fully registered in Dominica. Now let's move to one of the most important steps. Opening a business bank account. Once your company is incorporated, you need a corporate bank account to operate professionally. Banks will require incorporation documents, identification of directors and shareholders, proof of address, and a clear explanation of your business model. Now here's the problem many people face. They assume registration guarantees banking approval. But banks operate under strict compliance rules. If your business model is unclear or your documents are inconsistent, your application can be delayed or rejected. Let's make this real. Imagine Alex opens an online consulting company in Dominica. If Alex cannot clearly explain how clients are acquired, how payments are received, and what services are provided, the bank may hesitate. So clarity is more important than complexity. Now let's move into licensing. Depending on your business type, additional permits may be required. For example, businesses in tourism, finance, import-export, or regulated industries may need extra approvals from government authorities. Dominica has a growing tourism sector, so hospitality businesses may also face additional requirements. Now here's where things become long-term. After incorporation, your company must remain compliant. This includes annual filings, maintaining accurate records, and updating any changes in structure or ownership. If you fail to comply, your company can be struck off the registry. And restoring it later is often more expensive and time-consuming than doing things correctly from the start. So consistency matters more than speed. Now let's talk about timeline and cost. Company registration in Dominica can be relatively fast if all documents are accurate. But delays usually happen when information is missing or inconsistent. Costs vary depending on structure type, and whether you use professional services or handle registration yourself. But here's the key insight most people miss. The biggest factor affecting speed is not government processing. It is preparation quality. Now, let's cover common mistakes. One major mistake is choosing a structure without considering banking requirements. Another is submitting incomplete or inconsistent documents. Another is ignoring tax obligations after incorporation. And another big one is assuming offshore registration removes all global responsibilities. And here is the mistake I promised earlier. Many entrepreneurs successfully register their company, but fail at the banking stage because they cannot clearly explain their business model or provide consistent documentation. Even a legally registered company can struggle if it does not pass compliance checks. So registration is only the beginning. Now let's bring everything together. To start a company in Dominica, you begin by selecting the right structure. Then you reserve your company name. After that, you prepare incorporation documents and submit them through the registry or a registered agent. Once approved, you receive your certificate of incorporation. Then you register for tax if applicable, open a business bank account with complete documentation, apply for any required licenses, and finally maintain compliance through annual filings and record keeping. That is the complete legal roadmap. And here's the most important takeaway. Starting a company is not just about registration. It is about building a structure that supports banking, compliance, and long-term international operations. If you understand the process early, you avoid delays, banking issues, and legal complications later. And now you have a complete step-by-step guide to starting a company in Dominica in 2026 with clarity and confidence. If you found this useful, like the video, leave a comment about what type of business you want to build, and subscribe, because in the next guide, I'll show you how to get your first international clients even if you are starting from zero.